Hello, Randy Rain here, and me and my friends have a blast having a few drinks and playing some of these old TOMY games. Well, I have another one. It's Mr. Mouth. I still remember the jingle from this commercial. Well, this one is all there. All the pieces, the box, the instructions, everything is here, but it doesn't work. So let's make this thing work again. So this is the part that doesn't work. Because you lift up this, there is a little bit of corrosion down here. I mean, that could be it, I suppose. Supposed to go in like that. 1C battery. Then the switch over here. Doesn't do anything. Alright. I mean, I guess the first thing to do is take some sandpaper and hit these terminals here so that they'll make good connection. Alright, get the oxidation off. Try again. Nope. Still nothing. Time to take it apart. Got 3 screws here. Nothing on the bottom. Just here. Okay. So there's what the switch is. The battery in. Nope, not getting anything. Huh, interesting little piece there. A little spring-loaded guy here. So we have your typical 10-tooth gear. Turning this. And this turns that. Huh, wonder if just moving that around got it to go. Yeah. It's the motor screaming at me. Just some oxidation on the motor. Alright, can fix that. Go ahead and desolder these wires. Take these screws out. About to crack. It's not completely cracked, but it does have a crack in it. Go ahead and fix that. Might as well put a new one on there. Go ahead and open this motor up. I'm just going to use some alcohol and clean this up. Clean this up a little bit. These brushes, might just pop them out. There we go. And make sure the shaft goes in between those 2 brushes. Little WD-40 in here. Little WD-40 in there. Sounds much better. There's this D shape here. That's how this fits in the correct way. Flat side. There's that. I did find a problem. This is to keep stress, so it should be able to slide if any force is put on it. That's why it says spring loaded here. And if I see here, this piece here, the gear here is fine, but this other little section here is cracked. I gotta do something about that. So people have told me they just use CA glue to glue these back together, and people have asked me why don't I just use CA glue. Well, the reason is this is nylon, and nothing sticks to nylon. You can put glue on here, but it's not going to last. It might last for a little while, but it won't last forever, and it will eventually just break again. So I need to make another one of these. So I need to mold this thing, but I don't want to mold it with this gap stuck there. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to take my little vise here, and I'm going to squeeze this thing together so it's tight back together like that. Now I'm going to take my hair dryer and try to soften it, and then let it cool down, and so hopefully it will stay like that, or at least closer. So my thought is if I can get it hot and get it soft and then hold it in that position and let it cool down, then maybe it will stay closed more so I can make a mold of it better. I'm going to heat it up a little bit more, then I'm going to go stick it in the freezer and let it cool down. Alright, here we go. Let's see if it opens up any. Ah, look at that. It's loose. It pretty much stayed. Exactly what I wanted. Perfect. Now I can make a mold. Now I'm going to glue with some CA glue this down, and I don't have to worry about it staying forever because, like I said, this glue won't stick to it. But it'll stick to it long enough to hold it to mold. So now I'm going to take my clay, made it a little ring here, cut it flat. Just use the end of this brush and smash it down. There we go. Pour some silicone in there now. So first thing I want to do is just put a little bit in there. Right there in the center. Because I want to take a toothpick and work it down into that hole. Go ahead and add a little bit more. There we go. So you can see working it around. So I'm pretty sure it's worked its way down through everything. Go ahead and top it off. Now let that cure. Alright, it's all cured. Time to look at this thing. As you can see, it does not stick. I think that'll work. Alright, I'm using Onyx Fast because it's what I have, and it's actually a pretty strong plastic. Alright, time to check this out. It looks pretty good. Seems pretty hard. You can see that it has these little grooves on here already. That goes there. And then this one goes past that. And it's up to this one to lock it in place. So if any force is put on it, it kind of goes like that. Click, click, click past that. This gets in here. And I just noticed something. I don't know if it just happened, but now that gear is split as well. Okay, one more mold to do. If I take that off, it looks like it goes together fine. So I don't need to squeeze it together or anything. I just need to make a mold of this. Put a little glue down here on this board. Temporary glue that down. Alright, then I'll take some clay. Alright, time to see what happens here. Alright, time for some plastic. Time to see if this is going to work. Looks pretty good. I'm actually going to sand it down on the back here. On the original gear here, it has that little bit there that I wasn't able to get. On mine, I had to sand it down. I think it might be needed, so I have a very flat washer here that I'm going to try to add to it. So here's the rod. Goes on there nice and tight. So I think if I just put that there, that will give the space that it needs to ride so that this part isn't pushing up on the plastic. And then the spring can go on like that. And then this piece, this gear, slides, is riding on in that spring. And then I have my plastic piece here that I made. It gets wedged in. So if there's any tension, stress put on there, it'll still click. It's like a little clutch. But this gear will spin that gear on there. So let's give it a shot. So the washer is going to go right there. And this is going to get put in place. And so when it spins, it'll turn like that. And this goes like this. That. So put these screws back. Put a battery in. I think that'll work. Might as well go ahead and clean out inside here while I have it apart. Uh-oh. Got something there. That's why one of the screws didn't want to come out. You can see here it's broken. Take some more of this alcohol and kind of clean that area. Make sure none of this WD-40 got on it. Yeah, a lot of this is broken up here. Let's see what I can do. So that piece is going to go there. Let's take some CA glue. Glue that back. Alright, now go ahead and just put a bunch here. And get this in there as best as I can. See how well that matches up. That'll just have to work. It's so brittle and falling apart. Put a bunch of CA glue down in there. Hit it with the accelerator. Clean it up a little bit. Just have to do. Tin these wires. I marked it for brown, put a B there, so that brown goes to this side. And then white goes over here. Now this new black gear is what's going to ride and make it turn. Along the bottom orange part down here is a gear all the way around. So as this thing spins, you can see this little flap right here. It'll eventually get to a spot where it pushes up and drops. Turns around, pushes up, and drops. And that's pushing this thing. So this has to fit in. How does this fit? Like this. And then that piece fits in. Replace these screws. Now, put the battery in and give it a test. That works perfectly. Okay, so now this will turn off. This gets placed in. Then the head goes on. That. And let's try it with it now. Alright, that works. Time to play some Mr. Mouth. Well, there it is. The 1976 TOMY Mr. Mouth, all working again. I took it to a party the other night. We were having a few drinks and we had a blast playing this crazy game. So let me show you. You take the piece that I fixed, take the head, and it fits on top like that. You have these arms that stretch out all four sides. Like this. Then everybody has their little coins. I'll use green here. So let's look at it and see how it plays. If you just wait for it to come around, it's not hard. So if you turn it on, and you just put a coin here, and you wait for it to come around, you just pull it back and bam, there it is. It goes straight in there. But if you really want to get good at this, and I rule at all TOMY games, you take your coins and you put them in your hand like so, and you can shoot it when it's this way, and straight at you. When it's like this, you just pull it down just a little bit so you can slip it in there. So as you turn it around, keep that second. There's one. Don't miss that one. There's another one. There we go. Watch this. Oh, missed it. There's one. I missed that one. The tricky part is getting those coins onto the hand. There's one. I missed the second one. There's two. There's one. There's one. Boom! 3 right in a row. That's how you play TOMY Mr. Mouth. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is really a fun, silly little game. I hope you liked this video. If you did, hey, give it a good like down below. If you want to see more like this, hit subscribe. And I'm supposed to tell you that you're supposed to hit that bell to get notifications and whatnot. That's supposed to help me get more views. Whatever. Mr. Mouth, 1976, TOMY. Thanks for watching.